What is the difference between letting go and giving up?
I love that you asked that, because letting go to me is surrender, and it's one of the most powerful things that we can do. It is about saying, this is what's here for me to do, and then recognizing, like we were talking about trying to control time. That's when we need to let go. You're not in control of that, but that's not giving up. Giving up is like saying, it's not in my control, so I'm not going to do anything. Whereas letting go is, that part is not in my control, so I'm going to keep my focus over on what is. What is it that I'm called upon to do? What's the next step for me? And sometimes our next steps are just tiny little baby steps. When we're in this flow of letting go, we get to acknowledge and feel into the joy, the creativity, the juiciness, the fun of what we're doing. And we stay present to it.
Right. So you wrote the book, Letting Go So You Can Thrive, the 5-step process that gets you unstuck. Talk to me for a moment about the main inspiration and intention of writing this book, Moira.
This is the work that I do with clients. I do this with groups and one-on-one, is helping them let go of their obstacles, of their blocks, of their inability to recognize what their purpose is, to let go of depression, anxiety, and addictions, stress, you name it, all of that. So the letting go process is actually, before I called it the letting go process, I used to call it the get unstuck method.
Yeah.
But then I evolved, and so did my clients. And that's when it shifted into this more holistic, surrender-based process. And so the 5-step formula actually came about by me watching and witnessing the changes in my clients and changes in me. And it grew with that. It was originally a 4-step process until I had one client that I worked with for over a year and realized, there's the missing step. So I'm always grateful to that client that he actually opened me to, there's something missing in this piece. That's kind of the background of that. And I felt inspired to write the book because I tell people about this formula so much. I love it when people pick up the book or learn what those steps are and start doing it on themselves, because you can actually do this if you know what these 5 steps are.
And it is a practice, right, Maura? That's one of my questions. Letting go, this is a moment-to-moment practice, isn't it?
It is. And so let me share with you really briefly what the 5 steps are, and you'll get a sense of what this is, because it is a moment-to-moment process, but it's also a wee bit like climbing a ladder. And sometimes you'll take 2 steps up and then you go 1 back down.
True.
And that's okay. That's all part of this too. So all of the steps, they all start with A. All the words start with A. So the first step is awareness. In order to let go of anything, you have to be aware. Where are you? Who are you? What words are you speaking? Is everything in balance and flowing or not? So this is like an inventory stage, looking at what is. Next step is acceptance. And this one's the one that a lot of people will stay for quite some time at, because acceptance often feels to people like, I'm going to keep it. If I'm aware that I have a bad habit, or I have a propensity to try and stay in control of things or over manage time, then I might beat myself up about it, as opposed to just saying, this is what it is. Acceptance just means I'm accepting this is what is the truth right in this moment. And the truth is here too, is none of us can change anything until we accept what is in this moment. Once we accept, the next step is action. Now you can start setting intentions. You can start putting in different patterns or routines or plans. You can start doing some more journaling or going for a walk more or things like that. So it's starting to take action. Then 4th step is adapting, because now once you've become aware and you've accepted, and then you started taking action on the things that you'd like to improve or change or let go or surrender, you adapt because you become a newer version of you. It's like this is you up-leveling. And then that final step is aspiring, because once you go through them, you've let go of a lot of stuff, so you can aspire. It's almost like, well, what's the next mountain that I'd like to climb? So I see it as a spiral, an upward spiral, and all of us are at all times at one of those levels.